Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about solving equations here. Okay, we're going to be doing a little bit more of this in the upcoming chapters. Okay, and we started doing it already in 2.1. Okay, so when we're solving equations, okay, as I'm making one up, okay, the whole point of solving an equation is to get the variable by itself. Okay, it's basically a mathematical sentence. All right, and you're trying to figure out the missing number. All right, which in this case it looks like a letter, but the letters represent a number that we don't know. So the reason it's an x, okay, we talked about when it's right next to the 2, that means times. Okay, so what this mathematical sentence is saying is that 2 times some number that we don't know equals 6. Okay, so we want to think to ourselves, 2 times what number is 6? All right, you might be thinking, well, it's 3. 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, you're right. But say you didn't know that. Okay, say you didn't know what that 2 times what number is 6. Okay, what we're trying to do is undo the operations that are attached to that letter. Okay, so if there's a 2 next to it and it's being multiplied, to undo that, okay, whoa, you can't see that. To undo, you do the opposite. Okay, that's the rule when we're solving equations. So if we want to undo this 2 being multiplied to the x, opposite of multiplying by 2 would be dividing by 2. Okay, so we want to divide. That's why I'm putting this line here. When we put something over something, it means divide. Okay, 2x divided by 2. And then now the other rule, okay, so that's our rule to undo. Okay, now the main rule that we always have to remember, no matter what, is you must do everything to both sides. Okay, and it has to be the same thing to both sides. Okay, so we're trying to divide by 2 because we want to undo the multiplication. That's fine, but all that means is that we have to divide the other side also by 2. Okay, so it can be a good idea sometimes to, have a line down the middle, so that way you keep the 2 sides separate. Okay, so now on the left-hand side, okay, when we do 2 times x divided by 2, remember 2 divided by 2, okay, anything over itself is 1. Okay, it basically makes them go away. So those 2's are going to cancel out, and now we're left with just x, which is what we wanted to do. That's the point. We're trying to solve for x, get x by itself and figure out what it was. So if we wanted to solve for this, if I didn't know what times 2 was 6, I would just divide this right side exactly like it's written, 6 divided by 2. Okay? And when we do that, 6 divided by 2 would get us 3. All right, which is the answer. So we're trying to undo things to get the letter to come out by itself.